Hi, everybody. Welcome back. This is chapter 2 out of the book we're reading. Okay, everybody see it? Okay, let's take off here. Chapter 2 Shaykh Ahmad's Journey. All over the world, people were expecting a new manifestation of God to come to earth. Not only Muslims, but Christians, Buddhists, Jews, Hindus, and Zoroastrians were also awaiting. The founders of the religions had told them to watch and not to miss the return of the Holy Spirit of God. But they did not know exactly how or what would happen or where. In America, a group of people waited all night on a mountain expecting the Holy One to come down out of the sky. But Shaykh Ahmad knew from the prophecies in the holy books that the promised one would only appear in Persia. Not only that, but he knew that there would be two promised ones, and they would appear very quickly, one after the other. First of all, Shaykh Ahmad went to Iraq, where the Prophet Muhammad and many saints are buried. Everywhere he went, he explained how the words of God often had an inner spiritual meaning. The inner meanings, he said, were mysteries that had not been properly understood before. One of the things Shaykh Ahmad told people was that in our souls, not our bodies, that would go to heaven when we die. They did not know this before, and some people became upset because they wanted to hold on to their old ideas and thought it was wrong to listen to anything new. But the other flocked to hear Shaykh Ahmad and believed what he said. After some time, Shaykh Ahmad left Iraq and went to Persia. He arrived in Shiraz and told the people who lived there how wonderful their town was, especially the mosque where he had been speaking from. The people were surprised. They loved their town, but why was Shaykh Ahmad praising the mosque so much? Old men raised their eyebrows in wonder, and learned priests admitted that Shaykh Ahmad seemed to know far more than they did. Wonder not, he told them, for before long the secret of all my words will be made clear to you. Some of you will live to see the glory of a day which the prophets of old have longed to witness. But at that time, he did not tell them anything or everything he knew. He kept this a secret in his heart until he found someone who would be able to understand. He left Shiraz and traveled to Yazd, where he stayed for many years and wrote nearly 100 books. He explained the meaning of the teachings of Muhammad and helped people understand the prophecies. He became so famous that even the king of Persia wrote asking him questions. Shaykh Ahmad wrote such good answers that the king was impressed and invited him to visit in the palace in Tehran. Shaykh Ahmad accepted the king's invitation and planned to go and visit him one day. But he was growing old and no longer had energy for all this traveling around. He decided it was time to find a young disciple who could continue his work after him. Someone who understood as much as he did. End of chapter 2. Next week, we'll start with chapter 3.